Hey guys, welcome back, and today we're going to do this soft glam, and I really hope you all enjoy it, so give it a thumbs up if you do, and subscribe if you want. And I just love this look so much. I hope you all will love it and enjoy me walking you all through it. Oh my god, I just stuttered so much, so let's just jump right in. So starting with our moisturizer, we're going to take this and moisturize our skin and get it ready for the makeup. And I ran out of all my primer, so this is also going to act as my face primer. But it's okay to use a moisturizer as a primer every once in a while. You don't want to do that all the time. But now we're just going to blend it into our skin on top of our eyelids. Make sure not to get it in your eyes. And also you want to moisturize your under eyes, and especially if they're like kind of dry and if you have dry skin, because your concealer could start cracking and flaking throughout the day. So make sure you always moisturize. Now that that's all dry, we're going to take our foundation. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Warm Porcelain. And we're going to get this on our face. So when I was at Sephora about to get this, I was like swatching them. And I didn't know to get porcelain or warm porcelain. But I think warm porcelain is way better. Because if I put porcelain all over my face, I'd probably look really pale. So yeah, we're just gonna do the classic painting on our face. And then we're gonna take a damp beauty sponge. This is the Real Techniques. And we're going to blend it out. I did a review on this on my Snapchat, and one of the things I said was it was hard to blend out. And it is quite hard to blend out. Okay, so the foundation is all blended out, and I just put this headband on because I forgot to do it once I started, and I can't do makeup without my hair pulled back because it feels really funny. So now for concealer, we're going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair. This is too light for me, and I feel like it doesn't cover all my dark circles just because my dark circles kind of shine through because it's too light. But don't get me wrong, this product is full coverage and it will cover your dark circles. Just get the right color. So I'm going to go blend that off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, now to set all of our liquids on our face, I'm going to use the Rimmel London Stay Matte Translucent Powder. It's just a pressed powder, and you can just put it under your eyes, but I have oily skin, so I'm going to put it all over my face. And taking this fluffy brush from e.l.f. It's the e.l.f. Professional Total Face Brush. I'm going to take this and press it in my skin and kind of get it in there so it's already, so I don't have to like bake. I'm just going to go ahead and like set it and just press it in. So there we go. And this doesn't really have a color. It's just, the shade is Creamy Natural. Yikes. The shade is Creamy Natural, but you don't have to get a specific color, I don't think, because I think they're pretty translucent. Now we're going to contour using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. This is really busted up because I've had it since Christmas. And now taking the shade Fawn, which is the most cool tone shade, which is what I need because the warm tones look really orangey on me. So I'm going to find my shade bone on on a Wet n Wild slanted brush. I'm just going to start contouring and bronzing up the cheeks. And I do dip into the warmer shades. So now I'm going to dip into Java and Fawn. It's like a little, and then I'm going to warm it up, and then drag it up the temples, and then down my forehead. I have a really big forehead, so I'm going to drag my contour down even more, like close to my eyebrow. But if you didn't want to do that and you just wanted to contour up here, that would be completely fine. But since mine's extra big, we're going to drag it down like that once I put it on. Now when I'm contouring my forehead, I usually dip into the warmer shades more. So I'm going to take Java and just dip into her, tap, tap. And I'm going to start at the top and just go down. Start over in the middle, go down. And then the other side, go down. And then I'm going to take Fawn and Java and mix those together. And then go back over it, but in a faster pace. And then go down the temples a little bit. The reason I don't use this color over here, this is the most warm tone color in the palette. It's the shade Havana, I think, because it's really, really warm tone and not a good shade for me. So I'm going to go contour my nose off camera and I'll be right back. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera, but I'm going to show you all what I use. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown. And the brush I use is the Inklot 17TL brush. And it's just like a nice slanted brush. You don't have to use this one. I believe it was $13. And you don't have to use this one. I'm sure e.l.f. or Wet n Wild has a cheaper version, so you can use that. And look how used this is. I'm literally crying. I have to get a new one. So I'm gonna go do those off camera, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna carve my eyebrows out with a little Tarte Shape Tape concealer. So eyebrows are done, and I already primed my eyelids off camera. And let me tell you the look we're gonna go for today. Today I kind of want to do like a soft little eye with, like, instead of a harsh black eyeliner, a brown shadow liner. We'll see what we're gonna do. But let's just jump right into it. Now before we start, I just applied tape under my eyes because there will probably be a lot of fallout in my eyeshadows. So yeah. To start off with, we're going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette. Let me scoot up here. And we're going to dip into the shade Java. So I'm going to dip into her. I'm going to put that in our crease. This is a Wet n Wild fluffy brush. It doesn't say what brush it is on the packaging. Well, it did, but I don't have the packaging anymore. I think this is a crease brush. I think it just said crease brush on the packaging. So we're going to go with it and roll with the flow and give it a whirl. Now we're going to do the other eye, dipping into Java again. Don't have too much of this because you can always add on, but it's harder to take off. So a little tip is with your eyeshadow, when you're going in, start small and then build up more if you need to, because like I just said, you can always add on, but it's harder to take off. So just start easy and then build up. Oh my god, there's hair in my eye. Oh my god, oh my god. So now dipping into Java, I'm going to put that on both eyes. I'm kind of like start like in the middle of it and then blend it farther into the crease just to kind of soften that out, and then blend down at the end. Some more middle, into the crease, soften out, and then blend down. Okay. Another thing with your crease is when you're going into your crease, you want to go in with a light hand. You don't want to like bring it down here and like scrub, because that can cause harsh lines. You want to like start like where I am or at the very end and just kind of flow your shadows in, because scrubbing will cause a harsh line, and we don't want that. So we use this. We might jump back into this later on in the look, but for now we're just gonna move on. And y'all, I promise I brushed my hair. I did. So now we're going to jump into this e.l.f. blush palette. It's the light one. So if you go to buy this and you look at the back, just look for the one that says light. And the colors look like this. It has a nice mirror in it. We're going to take this orangey shade right here and just dip our brush into it. Really tap the excess off because that's a pigmented blush palette. And look at that. We're just going to add more of an orangey tone into our crease. I'm going to drag this one even more down. So I'm going to dip back in, tap, 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 add that into our crease, then blend down more so. So now we're going to jump into this Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, and boy, look at that mirror. I stepped on it. But we're going to jump into the shade Naked 2. It's that little gray brown right there. I'm going to swirl a brush in it really lightly. I'm going to add it right here just to get rid of any harsh lines we may have. Okay. I think we're good. Now, done with this palette, and we're going to jump back into our contour palette, and we're going to use the shade Vanilla, that middle shade right there, and we're going to take a different brush. I'm going to take this little brush right here. It's a round brush. I'm going to put this all over our lid, Vanilla. Now, like I said, for a liner, we're going to take a softer approach, and we're going to use like a brownie color because I just feel like a black would be too harsh for this look since we're kind of going easy in our eyes. So we're going to take this Tarteist palette. It's the eye and cheek palette because it has a cheek color and eye shades. And we're just going to take the brush we use for our eyebrows, a nice slanted brush. I'm going to take the shade Impression right here. It's the darkest shade. And we're going to dip our slanted brush in it and tap it. And then we're going to make a really, I need a mirror. Okay, so we're going to make a really fine line for our liner. And we do our liner, we're not gonna make a thick liner, we're just gonna outline our lash line. Sorry you all, my camera kind of cut off before I got to finish, but I just finished my little wings. And now we're gonna do something for our lower lash line. Let me peel this tape off. So we're going to do something for our lower lash line to kind of bronze her up and make her more noticeable. So I'm going to take this little Urban Decay brush and we're going to dip into this Tarteist palette using the Impression shade. Keeping it kind of close to your lash line. You're going to start blending. So there we have it. We are done with the eyeshadow look. I am really enjoying it. Now for mascara, we're going to use 2 different mascaras and an eyelash curler because my eyelashes are non-existent. Where'd you go, honey? So using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara and the MAC Zoom Fast Black Lash Mascara, I'm going to put those both on and I'll be right back. So the eyes are completely done now, and I just remembered I forgot to add blush. So we're going to use the Milani Rose blushes in the Romantic Rose. That's the shade, 01 Romantic Rose. So we're going to take this little brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to swirl. And we're going to put it right above our contour and into our cheekbones. Right above our contour. And then right there. Right above the contour Apples of our cheeks, red over for contour, apples of the cheeks. And I kind of want to drag some up here just to give me that little rosy nose effect. Just a little, you don't want to look crazy. Okay, there we go. And now, we're almost done. So now what we have to do is, what are we doing now? We're adding highlighter. So we're going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sun Dip Glow Kits. Oh, love this bad boy. Look at this tragedy though. Look at that. Moonstone was my favorite shade, so I'm almost out. And you can see the little pan in summer. Literally pressed. And the other two shades are way too dark for my skin, so it'd look weird. So that, to me, that's like a waste of a palette. So personally, I think Anastasia should make a whole glow kit for light skin. But maybe that's just me. Possibly. I don't know. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip into Moonstone and Summer. We're going to put that on our cheekbones. For some reason, this used to be a more blinding highlight. Like when I first got it, it used to be so blinding. I was like shook to the gods. But now you can like, yeah, you can see it still, but it's not as blinding, honey. Which I don't know why. Honey, she cut off again. But I went ahead and finished my glow. Sorry you all, it keeps cutting off because of my storage, but good thing we're almost done. Now I just did my highlight, and now we have to do lipstick and setting spray, and then we'll be all done. So for lipstick, I think I want to go with this e.l.f. little matte lipstick in the shade Coral. It's just a nice nude. Look how cute and summery that is, but I think on top of it, I'm going to add this gloss from Merle Norman. It's a really old people brand, but they have cute glosses. And I don't know how to pronounce the shade, so I'll just put it like right here. But let's just add some gloss. There we go. Gloss is added. Now for setting spray. Using the e.l.f. Mist and Set, we're going to set our face. Drench it, baby.